boys and girls, members of the military and their families and their spouses, I have a very important money-saving tip for you, and I hope you'll listen all the way through. What are my qualifications? Well, I'm Christy Cybus. I am a realtor in Shreveport-Bossier City, Louisiana. I am a military spouse. My husband has been active duty for over 20 years. We're stationed at Barksdale Air Force Base. I also used to work in banking, whereas I first learned about this, and trust me, my husband didn't even know about this. I'm the one who told him, and he didn't believe me for a long time. And then finally, I proved it to him, and he started listening. So listen up. As an active duty member of the military, you are entitled, and I know we all hate that word, it's not really an entitlement. It is a federal law called the Servicemembers Civil Relief Act, SCRA. This is a federal law that applies to how military members are charged on their debt. It is an interest rate cap and also a cap on things like bounce check fees or late fees, things like that. So listen up, because I'm going to tell you about what happens at the federal level, and I'm going to tell you what happens at the state level, because those are two very different things. So federally, this applies to debts that were incurred pre-enlistment. But don't quit listening, because I'm going to tell you more, because some of the states expand on that for active duty for the whole time. So stay with me, okay? These are credit cards, mortgages, car loans, debt that is incurred pre-enlistment. This is for federal. Pre-enlistment gets capped at 6%. At the state level, depending on your state, I'm going to talk about Louisiana, because Louisiana really goes above and beyond on this law. You're going to have to check with your own state, because I don't know all the 50 states. I just know Louisiana. Louisiana allows for this the entire time that you are active duty. So your banking institution might allow it for the entire time that you're active duty. It might only be a Louisiana thing. That part, you're going to have to do a little bit of your own due diligence and find out. But I'm here to help, and I'm here to tell you it does not hurt to ask. In fact, it's going to help you. So what does this look like? So say you got a credit card at 28%, and you call, you apply. I'll tell you how to apply later in the video. You call, you apply with your financial institution. They apply the SCRA rules. They are going to bring that interest rate down to 6%. Some institutions go lower. Some banks go down to 4%. Some banks go to 0%, which is pretty amazing. And they're going to cap that rate. Now, what if you've been active duty in Louisiana for the last 5 years, and for 5 years you've been paying 28% on a credit card? Guess what? They're going to pay you back. They are going to apply what you overpaid for the last 5 years back to your account. Yes, this is incredible. It's amazing. It is so good for you. If you paid any fees that you weren't supposed to pay, like late fees are a big one, they're going to credit all of that back to your account. That is money in your pocket or credited to your debt that will take that down. My own husband didn't listen to me. He didn't believe me, okay? This applies to spouses as well, okay? So even if you are a spouse and you have separate accounts, my husband and I have separate accounts, I was still able to apply it to my accounts as well. Especially here in Louisiana, we are a community property state. So if I incur any debt, even though he's not on it, he's my husband, he's still responsible for it, and vice versa. So it also applies to spouses of active duty members. Now, how do you apply? Financial institutions have set rules. You do have to apply. So your best bet is to see if they have their rules about it online. Most of them don't. most of them you're going to have to call and figure out what it is, what their process is that you need. But some do have it online. You're going to need a copy of the orders. If it's for your spouse who's active duty and they're not on your account, you might need a copy of your marriage license. I had to do that for one of mine, or your marriage certificate, whatever. But you're going to need a copy of those orders, and you're going to have to submit those. Some banks want you to submit them through their online portal. Some, you can just give them your social security number, the active duty member's social security number, and they'll put it in. And some you have to fax it over, which I know is a pain, but there are apps that you can do to fax things over. Just do it, because it's going to save you so much money. You do have to do it for every single debt that you have. So whatever institutions. Now, if you have a credit card and a auto loan and your mortgage all at the same institution, usually you just have to send it over once. But if you have different institutions, you're going to have to apply all those separate times. Now I want you to listen, because it does expire. So once you are no longer active duty, you retire, you get out, your enlistment ends, whatever that looks like for you, you have 180 days before they can raise your rate again. And I think you're supposed to inform them. I think that's part of the thing that you sign when you apply or whatever, that you have to inform them once you are no longer active duty, and you have 6 months to kind of get your debts all paid off before that rate's going to go back up. So right now, if you've got a mortgage and it's over that 6%, I would be calling your mortgage company and finding out how to apply for SCRA to get that mortgage rate under 6%. It's going to save you so much money, especially if you have higher rates like on credit cards where it's 28, 29, 30%, auto loans 10%, 50. I mean, just think it's so much money that you are going to save. So once you've applied and you've saved all this money, I want you to tell everybody where you learned this from. I want you to share this video with your friends, and I want you to tell me, thank you, Christy, for saving me. When I need a realtor in Shreveport, Bossier City, guess who I'm coming to? I'm coming to you because you helped me.